Hello, I am back. Finally. It took forever. I had to go to 3 different stores. Sam's Club didn't even have what I needed. But this is what happens when your freezer is full and you don't have a deep freezer. So Sam's Club had the meat that I needed, but they had pasta, but they had the combination packs. I didn't need that. Like, I had to buy two of them just to make enough macaroni and cheese. So I got everything I needed. I got the pork shoulder. I got the pork butt, roast beef. Got a ham. I got my elbow macaroni. Got some potatoes that I'm gonna put with the roast beef. I got my peppers and all that stuff. See, peppers, all that good stuff right there. All that right there. I got that. Then I got my elbow macaroni, my pineapples, and little baby potatoes and cut up with the roast beef and everything. Cooking this. This is about to go in at 1:30. Then this is going to go in later on tonight around 9, 10 o'clock. That's going to take about 2 hours, 3 hours. I say 4 because I like for it to fall apart. And then this is going to go early in the morning. And then the last thing to be made, the very last thing, is going to be the baked macaroni and cheese. Simply because everybody's not going to get here till about 5. And her father has to work tonight. So he's not going to be able to hear. He's not going to be able to spend Thanksgiving with us fully. So, got my top. So he's going to be leaving early. But while I'm talking to you guys, I can just prep my meat. I like to cut the meat, especially the pork. I like to cut it a little bit. I put these little slits in it. This one has the bone in. So, yeah. I'm going to cut little slits. Long slits, not little. Long slits until I form almost like a diamond pattern. This damn thing keeps falling. My oven is preheated. It's preheated to 450 because I'm gonna cook the roast pork. I'm cook the pork for about 20 minutes first, and then on high, and then I'm going to cut it down to 250, and I'm gonna let it cook for 8 hours, really low and slow. I'll probably let it cook for 9, 10 hours. When I cut into it, it'll tell me if it's how I like it. If it's not how I like, then I'm gonna let it cook a little bit longer. And I like to season it. I'm gonna season it now. I'm gonna give it a nice little dry rub right now, just so it has some flavor to it. I have a dry rub season that I love so much that I like to use in my pork shoulder. It's this dry rub right here. Weber's Original. I thought I had another one, but I don't. So I have this. I like to put a little meat tenderizer on it. And some garlic powder, onion powder, the basics. I thought about using the Lawry's, but to tell you the truth, I'm not going to use the Lawry's just because. Well, I might just use it for the roast beef. I might use it for the beef. But, yeah. But I'm really kind of turned off from this now, so I'm going to upgrade my pantry and look at some more stuff at Walmart and Sam's Club and see what else they have there. So I'm going to first do the meat tenderizer. This one says meat tenderizer seasoned. Don't go too heavy with it because then, we black people, we have high blood pressure. It runs in, I think, everybody's blood eventually because it makes no sense. Sometimes you don't need to over season your meat because everybody can't take that sodium, can take that salt. I look at now that I'm older, I'm 35, I look at all my my sodium levels when I buy stuff. I can't do it. Like this beef broth. Where is it? I had to get 50% less sodium because I was looking at the other ones, 810 in sodium. That's a lot. This says 410. This is still too much for me. And then you think I'm using this to make gravy. So that's a lot. So I did my meat tenderized on one side. Now I'm going to go with the dry rub. I'm going to rub it in. I'm doing the fat side first because it has to be fat down anyway. So I'm doing the fat side first. I'm going to hold the camera up. Let me grab the camera so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So, see, meat tenderizer, and then I have the dry rub on there, which helps out. So that's the fat side. The fat side is done. Now we're gonna flip it over, and we're gonna do the other side. I'm gonna add a little garlic powder and onion powder, not too much. It may seem like I'm going crazy, but I'm really not. So I'm doing this side first. I told you my page is just gonna be, a mixture of random stuff. Pretty much what I do, almost what I do on a daily, but I'm letting y'all in a little bit, not a lot, because you're not doing that. I'm a type of person. If you come on here and you say something, I might say something to you, or there's a block button. That's what the block button for. Like, you don't have to like what I do on my page. And that's what all with social media influencers. We all have something to say about their lives, but listen, when you putting it out there for everybody to see, people are gonna comment. And it is what it is at the end of the day. And even if you're not a social media influencer, people say what they want to say anyway. That shit is non-avoidable in life at all. Non-avoidable. You try. People always got something to say. Literally. And I'm like, you don't know how to mind your business? But always people got to put their 2 cents in, comment, and say what they want to say. And I'll be like, you want me to say something that's not nice. You want me to say that's going to be really unholy because I'm going to hurt you fellas. But that's just me. Drinking my water. Haven't had soda. I keep relapsing from soda. I don't know why. I keep relapsing from soda. Like, I get off of it, I'll be good. Then I just have a craving for it. And then I'm back on the soda again. It's freaking horrible. So, alright. I did the fat side first, right? Now, it's the meaty side. All that nice and seasoned. I'm not going to do too much. Now we're going to put it in the oven. My oven is set for 450. We're going to put her in here for 20 minutes. So I like to set my timer. So we're going to put her in here for 20 minutes. And then we're going to take her down to 250. Take it down to 250 for 8.5, maybe 9 hours. So 20 minutes. She's done. I should do both because I have a second rack. I could do both. I'm gonna do this beef too, just so I can get a lot of the stuff out the way. Now the beef one's gonna be this season a little bit different. So it's gonna have where is it? It's gonna have I like to put mustard on my beef just because it gives a nice little paste. I'm gonna do that. First I'm gonna wash my hands off. I just moved. I don't have paper towels. I thought I did. I usually have paper towels, but I don't have any paper towels. And then my hair is in the way. I'm gonna wash my hands again, people. I'm not gonna stick my hands back in my food. I look crazy. I don't care. I'm in here trying to prepare Thanksgiving dinner. Like I said, y'all gonna see me as me. I'm not gonna sit here try to get all fancy with it, throw on makeup and eyelashes and no, I'm not talking about that. I'm a mom. I'm a girlfriend. Sometimes I look crazy. That's just life. I am not perfect, and you're not gonna get that from me. Maybe one time I'll do something. I don't even know how to do makeup. Okay, that eyelashes, the eyebrows and the eyelashes. No, I can't do all that. So I get a bowl, and then I put some mustard in the bowl because I like to. Put some mustard in my little bowl. And then, same thing, garlic powder. I usually buy fresh garlic and all that stuff, but use what you have, people. And I know we've all been in the kitchen with our grandmothers and grandfathers, and because they from the South, and we've all been in the kitchen and had to watch them cook and all that stuff. I know my grandfather had me and my siblings in the kitchen. He had us in the kitchen, just even if it was just to watch. The beef tenderized, I'm going to put on there. I'm not going to mix this in. I want to put it in there. I'm going to put it on top of that. Italian seasoning, a little bit of that in the bowl. You know what's so funny? I don't know why I'm doing this. So somebody was like, we've been doing it all wrong. So you're supposed to like, oh well, this one ain't doing it. But some of them allow you to twist it and it comes out a little bit faster instead of sitting here shaking it. And then we'll do a little bit of this, Lowry seasoning salt. That might come from me because we all use it. I don't want to hear that. A little bit of that. And where is it? I put one pack on there. And there. I usually put it on my pork, but since my pork has the dry rub on there, I didn't want to do it. And it has meat tenderized on there, I didn't want to do that. So that's all done. And I'm going to get a small little baby spoon, rinse it off. Told you I rinse all my stuff off. Rinse off. I'm going to mix it. Thoroughly mix in the mustard and I actually fry my chicken with mustard too. That's how my grandfather taught me. I'm gonna need some mustard. My grandfather taught me how to fry chicken, and he always fried chicken with mustard. So I always fry my chicken with mustard. It just comes out better for me. Some people do because some people like to do wet to dry. Since my chicken has like mustard already, it's already wet, so I don't have to do too much to it. I just put it in flour, and I cut my chicken wings. I used to fry my chicken wings whole, but I don't do that no more. It's easier if I just cut them up and just season them after they're cut up. I'm gonna do the same thing with this beef. We're gonna season the. I need some more of this stuff. This stuff is good. I ain't gonna lie. Stuff came in handy. We're gonna season this side, the fat side first, because it's gonna be fat down in the pan, in the oven. And I'm gonna let both of these cook in the oven at the same temperature, just because I don't want. Oh, all done. Let's jump another one. I don't want. Listen, I pay electricity. Okay. It's not cheap, especially when the holidays roll around. You gotta have that oven on and everything on for, oh my God, for hours. That stuff adds up. Your bill can be insane. And I don't really want to have my electricity bill insane. Because my water bill was insane over the summertime. Because I had a pool and everything, filling up the inflatable pool for the kids, my daughter and my son, when he's down here from New York. And when I saw my water bill, man, my face, I was like, did I really? I was like, why is my water bill so high? My boyfriend like, summertime? I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. I did do that for the kids. He was like, yeah. So now I'm just taking a spoon and I'm rubbing this little mustard seasoning paste on the the beef. Because these are gonna be the 3 meats that I'm cooking. This and the ham. I wasn't gonna do so much, but since I had to do everything last minute and I'm just now shopping and I had none in my freezer, Sam's Club and Walmart, and they didn't really have much. Walmart didn't even have elbow macaroni. I had to go to Winn-Dixie's, okay, to get elbow macaroni. They had two. Me and this lady took the last 4 boxes. I took 2 and she took 2. Because I wasn't leaving without no macaroni and cheese. So she wasn't getting no 4 boxes. I'm sorry. She was not about to walk away with 4 boxes of elbow macaroni and cheese when I needed 2. You ain't the only one making macaroni and cheese. I'm making the 2 together. So that is trying to get as much of this mixture out. Do it like that. And usually you're supposed to cook them separately, but I do not want to cook both of them at the same time, at the same temperature. So I'm going to put this one in there right now too. And I'm going to let this cook for 13 minutes because it says 20 minutes a pound. They said cook it at 375. I'm cooking at 250 with the pork shoulder. And then I'm gonna check it, see how that goes. I'm gonna let it cook for a couple of hours at 250 with the pork shoulder, see how that goes. And if it turns out how I like it, I'm gonna let it finish cooking with the pork shoulder. It's gonna cook it. It's just gonna cook it really slow, which is like almost like smoking it, pretty much. If I had a smoker, and if I was to put it in the smoker and temperature was really low, and I was smoking it for hours, so I'm just gonna put it in there right now at 450 for the last 12 minutes. Pork shoulder, and then I'm gonna drop it down to 250 because the pork shoulder has to cook for 8.5 hours, 9, because I have an 8-pound pork shoulder. It says 8.5 hours to 2 hours, 8.5 hours to 10 hours the pork shoulder, but I'm just gonna see how it goes at 8.5 hours. So I'm not sure what time it is right now. It's almost 1 o'clock. So that means at 8:30 I'm gonna check that pork shoulder. At 3. I'm going to check this roast beef and see how that is. If it's cooking how I like it to cook at that temperature, then I'm going to leave it in there. So, we're going to put this bad boy in there. Like I said, the last thing to be cooked is the ham, because I'm going to add that to a pot of water, boiling water, and I'm going to I'm going to add that to a pot of boiling water. I'm going to boil the salt out of it because it's already pre-cooked. A lot of hams come pre-cooked. But sometimes it be too salty for my liking, and I won't eat it. And then I have the pineapple to counteract the saltiness if it's still too salty. I use pineapple juice and all that stuff from the pineapple to cook the ham. I clean as I go because I don't like to have a messy kitchen. I usually have my music on blast, but not today. Kind of chill today. I'll probably have it on blast, but I don't know. I'll probably have it on blast later on. Because my daughter's been getting up early and she's been going to bed early. She's going to bed at 7:30. So she's been doing that since she's been home from school on Friday. Because her last day was Friday. And she's been home, getting up early, eating breakfast, taking her medication, and then she's ready to sleep at 7:30, and I'm like, no, Aria, it's too early. And she's like, but I just want your love. I just want your love. And I'm like, wait 30 more minutes. I was able to get her to stay up a little bit long yesterday. A little bit longer. Other than that, that was it. So I have 2 of my meats in the oven right now. Everything else is going to go in the refrigerator until it needs to be prepped. And that is pretty much it. They're bringing collard greens, potato salad,